Father Bob Stokig, the rector of the Guardian Angel Cathedral in Las Vegas, Nevada, coming to you with another one of our reflections. This for Ash Wednesday, which in 2022 falls on March the 2nd. When I was a child, one of the conversations we always had with the sisters in the Catholic elementary school that I attended is, what are you going to do for Lent? What are you going to give up for Lent? And most of us would say the standard, well, I'm going to give up candy, though we always had Sundays off from that in our calculation of the season of Lent. The idea of giving something up for Lent is an ancient practice in the church, but it has more to do with giving up things that we don't then put back into our lives. One writer says it this way: we should give up whatever is killing us so that we, as we approach Easter, may have a deeper sense of new life in the risen Lord. The church gives us three traditional pillars in the season of Lent: prayer, fasting, and almsgiving. So prayer is a variety of different experiences. The liturgical prayer of the church, it is spending time in private prayer, it is reading the scriptures and allowing the silence that follows our reading them to penetrate our hearts and renew our lives. It could take many different forms. But what I recommend is, as you set a goal for the practice of prayer during this Lent, make it something concrete. If it's something as general as I'll pray more, how will you know if you did or not? So you might do that in terms of time or time of day. If you're used to praying as you go to bed at night, maybe you want to add prayer time in the morning. You might do it in terms of incorporating a different kind of prayer into your Lenten experience. For example, each day of the week, you could go to the U.S. Bishop's website, usccb.org, and the daily readings for each of the days of the week are there. That could be a practice you adopt this Lent. Or, since we're reading primarily from the Gospel according to St. Luke, maybe you want to read all or most of a chapter of St. Luke's Gospel. You'll finish before Lent, but then you might come across themes that you want to return to if you read a chapter a day. But whatever your prayer goal for the Lenten practice, I encourage you to be both creative and also specific so that you know as Lent goes on if you completed it or not. Fasting is another practice in the church. We're asked to fast on Ash Wednesday and Good Friday, and fasting for us means one full meal in a day. But perhaps you might also be creative in your experience of fasting. Maybe you're going to fast from a specific food like candy during the season of Lent, or perhaps you'll fast from some kind of behavior like criticism or judgmentalism, or fast from the time you spend in front of the TV or electronic media screen. I had the experience early in my priesthood of sharing a rectory with Father Leo Coughlin, and he was an avid British soccer fan. But for the season of Lent one year in the rectory, he put a purple cloth over his TV screen to remind him not to turn it on that whole season. There are lots of creative ways we can look at fasting. And almsgiving is doing something to change the lives, particularly of those who are poor. This year, with the crisis of the war in Ukraine, you may think about contributing to Catholic relief services specifically for the benefit of people in Ukraine. Or you might do research on regions of the world that are suffering from famine and perhaps dedicate some charitable almsgiving in that direction. Or on the local level, Catholic Charities of Southern Nevada, which you can find at catholiccharities.com, could be a source of your Lenten almsgiving. Whatever your practice, I invite you to try to make Lent different from the days leading up to it. And then, as we approach Easter together, it will make our experience all the richer. Our Ash Wednesday schedule at the Cathedral for Mass with the distribution of ashes, 9 a.m., 12:10 p.m., and 5 p.m. We invite you to join us in person if you can. But whether you are able to do that or not, we invite you to embark on this sacred journey we call Lent, a journey into the springtime of the heart as we prepare ourselves to celebrate Holy Week and Easter. Wherever you are as you watch this, we hope you and your family are keeping well. We want you to know we pray for you at the Guardian Angel Cathedral, and we invite you to include our community in your prayers until the day comes when we can be together at worship at the Guardian Angel Cathedral in Las Vegas.